people think that studying at single-sex school is bad and that we shouldn't study there. We should just study with other kids who have the same and different genders from ours. So people think that we should study at traditional classes or traditional school like that. So I'm talking about why we should study at school follows the tradition of boys and girls studying with each other. So I have some reasons for that, and the first reason is that, well, it's about friendship. So boys and girls, as you know, don't get along well, but if they study together, it might be much more easier for them to get along well and get to know about people, the different gender, and how they live or how they act or how their life is. So we don't know much about people who have different gender from us, what their personality or what their trait is like. We don't know how it's like to live as a person who has, well, if girls, for example, you're a girl and you don't know how it's like to be a boy, or if you're a boy, you don't know how it is like to be a girl. So the second reason is that it's about teamwork. So if we study together, if both boys and girls study together, then they will learn teamwork, because they will learn how to be a team with people they usually don't get along well, or with people of different gender. Boys and girls can cooperate with each other to make a good team and to have good answers for questions that their teacher laid out for them, or to have a good project or a good answer for questions and problems. So when boys and girls study with each other, they will learn a lot about teamwork and how to work with people, their different gender, and how to cooperate and get along well with them. So everyone loves to have friends, a lot of friends. So the third reason is also about friendship, but for the first reason, it's just about knowing each other and everything, and just a bit about friendship, but the last one is even more. So when people have friends, they would love to have more. The more friends we have, the better. So I think that girls usually compare with each other. They compare about their looks or their attractiveness or their grades and everything, but boys and girls usually don't, because they don't have anything in similarity, so they will get much more well together, because they don't have anything to compare. They almost don't have anything to compare about, and you will have a lot of friends who has different gender and who's nice to you or who you. So it's just like that. So if boys and girls study together, they would have a lot of friends. They would have a lot of friends who have the same different genders, because, well, if it is really right as your class, people with the same gender usually just fight, because they have many similarities, and they usually compare them. Like boys, they might compare that I'm better at soccer than you, or someone's better. And for girls, they might go for attractiveness or for the brain. So in conclusion, I think that if we study together, both boys and girls, then we would have a lot of friends. We would know how to teamwork with people we don't usually get along well, or with people who have a different gender, and we would get to know about each other much more. So that's all my opinion, and thank you for listening.